How's it all going? How we all doing, my fellow passport men, my fellow man cave influencers? Good to hear from you again. This is Black Irish. Welcome. Enough chit chat. Let's get to it.
Exactly did the passport bros actually do to anybody?
Simple. I'll give you 3 reasons why nobody likes the Passport Bros.
This is the movie I always like. Got him.
Reason number 1, because they keep telling black women, unprovoked sometimes, that they're leaving and finding a wife overseas, but yet none of them leave.
So that we have a clear understanding, they're not talking to black women. This was for other men. See, what women do, instead of minding their business like they expect everyone else to do, they like to go to these channels, watch the channels, and then complain that they watch the channels. If I'm watching Brokeback Mountain, guess what? I didn't like that one scene. I can stop watching. I didn't sit there and then go to the director and the writer and say, you know what, I wasn't really feeling that Alphabet Mafia, scene in there. It was kind of disgusting and hurtful, and that was definitely, yeah. Like I would just easily just not watch it. I don't know why it's so difficult, but they go and they watch it. But go ahead, just simp.
They tend to show off their boarding passes, but I have yet to see any of them produce a single boarding pass.
Okay, and your point is what? I mean, is it to impress you that they can travel? Are you that interested in these men traveling? What I find very interesting is this: there's way too many men who are focused on what other men do with their lives. Why can't these guys just be like, okay, you do you, boo? No, you have to literally be all over them. You can't give them any peace. Show me proof that you're going to overseas. Oh my God.
Look at my passport. Also, side note, I don't think they know how much it actually costs to actually travel outside the US and how long a visa lasts or how to obtain one at all.
This is how you know that he's either pandering or he's a straight up simp. He sounds exactly like women do. Every time you listen to them. See, if you want to know the ones who are looking to either get with women because it's the best they can do by tearing down other men, or repeat what they say. Because if they want to get with this chick or they want to show that I'm down for the cause, they'll say everything the woman says. That's why Steve Harvey is so successful. He doesn't tell them the truth. He just gives them a soft truth, but then lies to them throughout the most of the show. This guy's not making any money, but yet he's pandering to these women. But, keep your pander shirt on.
Reason number 2. I am of the belief that the men in those countries will have and hold on to a negative belief about black American men visiting their countries. They will either think we are there to disrespect their women or take their women from them. Reason number.
Oh, dear God. That whole. I got nothing to say.
3. The women in that country will perceive black American males as either meal tickets, trick bags, or blatantly disrespectful.
Really? And where's your statistics? I know Negroes don't do that. They don't really look up statistics. They just start blurting stuff out. But where are your statistics? Did you talk to somebody who actually knows about what they're talking about and you're just regurgitating it? Like seriously, like I wouldn't be so bothered by this if he didn't sound so ignorant. He sounds like them. They see women. See, here's the thing: women have gotten the trophy, the privilege to pretty much say whatever they want, because no one's gonna take them seriously, because they're like children, and depending on what group they are, they're like mentally challenged children. No one gets mad at the mentally challenged person for saying or doing something because they're mentally challenged. You don't get that privilege. So you as a man, you have to explain why you said something that was so stupid. Can you explain why you said something so stupid? Single mother household, maybe?
And that's not good for black men like myself who only want to go there to have fun, make new memories, and not bring back a wife. If the Passport Bro movement was strictly about black men internationally traveling more, then I'd be for it. But we all know that's not the end game.
No, we don't know. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You're just rambling on what every woman has ever said about the Passport Bros. You never give up any proof, no evidence, and no, as they say, receipts. It just irritates me. Like, my God, can you ever just, for one split second, just like make some sense, just a little bit? On to the next one.
If you have ever been around other groups of men and just paid attention to the demeanor, the way those women interact with their men, it is different. And what annoys the hell out of me is whenever I'm on panels and stuff and I say, well, black women this, black women that, it's always a nigga that's gonna say, it's not just black women, it's Western women. Cut it out!
What I really get upset about is that when we have a struggle, other groups like to come in and make it a we're all in this together struggle, when we're not the same level of struggle. So if your struggles are here and your struggles are over here, right? Your struggles are here and theirs are here. But they'll pretend like we're here when they're actually all the way down here. And they don't want to ever admit that. That's why even when other groups of women want to come up, and when you hear men who are talking about how their women are disrespectful on a whole nother level. You got the white women. Oh, well, yeah, I can be difficult myself. Like, we can have our problems. Like, no one asked you. I hate when they do that, because no one knows the black person's struggle, but they all want to pretend like we're in this together. Just like the beginning of BLM. You have the BLM, which started off on a good note before it got destroyed and infiltrated. It was for a good cause, to bring awareness to black lives being lost that nobody cared about. And when blacks started doing that, other groups started to come up with that all lives matter nonsense. They don't all matter, because when those lives were being lost, guess what? Where were you? No, you're upset that you got left out. Black people start talking. You feel left out. You start interjecting this whole we're in this together. But then when those people say, all right, we need your help to do something, you're nowhere to be found. You know who you are. It does, and I 100% agree, it does get annoying. You want to talk about your problems, and they either want to pretend it doesn't exist, or say, well, it's all the way same way across the board.
Stop it! Are Western women goofy? Yes. Are all of them the same level of goofy? No. It is different. And a lot of you, the reason you don't know it's different is because you ain't experienced nothing else.
Yep. 100% correct. Once again, Angry Man, spot on. They don't have any idea what they're talking about. They'll say, oh, well, we're all in this together. It's the same thing. It's not the same thing. Come back to me when your women go online and say that these men are better than our own men, and our men ain't ish. And I would have me a white man, or have me an Asian man, or have me a Spanish man, because at least they know how to take care of their women and take care of their people. All the struggle that black men went through with black women and for black women, and for this generation to say that, no, sir, you have never experienced that before. You have no idea what you're talking about. So all these people that want to come out and say, "Oh, well, I know what you're talking about," no, you don't. You've never had someone say that you ain't ish and literally belittle you in front of the entire world. You've never had other race of men talk down to you in agreement, whether your women clap like baby seals. You have never experienced that. So don't act as if you know the experience. Ooh, Saba.
And I'm looking forward to the challenge. Thank you.
Chinese court sentences U.S. citizen to death for murder. Beijing, Reuters. A Chinese court sentenced U.S. citizen Shadid Abdul-Mateen to death on Thursday for intentional homicide of a 21-year-old.
And here comes some more proof that these women are evil, bitter people. Besides the fact that they're evil and bitter, they're actually pretty stupid. That happened well before the Passport Bros even was a thing. Yeah, that was a completely unrelated incident. That shows you how stupid and desperate they are. And the second they find something to shame black men, they will throw down the hammer. This is exactly why the Passport Bros exist. I want the smoke. Please make me go viral. Let's do this. I want to bring everyone that hates Passport Bros to my channel. I want the smoke. And I don't smoke anymore. But I got some stogies that I will smoke up in your honor. Let's do this. You're happy that a black man was murdered. I'm sorry, executed. And unrelated. Like you could easily Google search that and find out what will happen. Stupid. That's right. Other groups don't have this problem because you haven't experienced it yet. And I hope that you don't, because it is the most disrespectful thing ever. And the worst part is when you cannot even go to your own people and say, "I miss you guys so much. I want us to be something." Nope. You can't even do that. They hate you so much and then complain when you leave. I think we got one more for everybody.
If I sleep with women outside of America, I'm a
You got to be missing the point on purpose, because the predatory part was never having relations outside the country. The predatory part kicks in when Passport Bros go on the prowl for women outside the country who are, in their opinion, easier to get with. These women are prey to them because they say they're looking for someone who's less opinionated, but in reality, they're looking for somebody who's easier to manipulate. And
No, they just don't want masculine women. Why is this so difficult? See, this is when you have these betas who are raised by these single mothers. They all regurgitate the same thing. It's the same responses over and over again. The predator, pedophile, rape, rape, rape. That's all they say. They don't have anything positive to say. And, you don't even have to say anything positive. You just repeat the same thing. I wouldn't care if you came up with something new. See, you people look stupid when you did the sex trafficking because that didn't make any sense. So then you had to go to sex tourism, which that fell in your lap because women do more sex tourism than the men do. Girls trip, going to Dubai. Nah, we don't want to talk about that. So now we have to go to like the pedophile and the fact that these women are younger. Men marry younger. Men who have the opportunity would rather marry younger than stick with these old fogies that we have here. Overweight. Credit cards with legs walking around. Or they can go to the Philippines. Maybe they'll find a woman that has children, but at least she'll be a lot more submissive and less of a pain in the butt.
the next sexual conquest.
First off, it's traditional, not less opinionated. Traditional. So I'm a predator if they're easy to sleep with. No one ever said women overseas are just easy to sleep with. They're easily approachable. And women in America are easier to sleep with. They're very easy to sleep with. And based off your logic, if I have Tinder and I go to the club, I'm a predator now. Those women are very easy to manipulate. Club and Tinder made me a predator now. Wow. I guess the majority of college students are predators based off of your logic. See, your logic doesn't connect like your eyebrows. You have a unibrow, you should make sure you shave right in the middle. I only attacked you because you try to be smart with me. Don't be rude, and I won't attack.
Yep. And see, that's what they're orbiters. They want the orbiters to stay as stupid and as possible to keep them where they are. Backup plans. What he said made absolutely no sense. Oh, well, they're just predators, and you have no proof whatsoever, but you'll label men as predators. That sounds like to me like women who have false rape allegations. Sorry, grape allegations. They get to lie, say whatever they want, ruin a man's life. And when it's all said and done, guess what? That man loses his career, his life. But guess what? At least a woman got to feel free doing whatever the heck she wanted to do. Does she go to jail? Nope, she doesn't go to jail. This is ridiculous. There is so much heat for Passport Bros, it's not even funny. They cannot just let it go. They are so hurt, so bent out of shape, so, as they say, butt hurt. Y'all so hurt by the Passport Bros that you cannot stop talking about them so much to the point that here you are still complaining about a bunch of men you don't even want. This is why I say it's done for. Men, move on. Find somebody else. Sorry for the women who haven't found somebody. The writing was on the wall. You should have seen it coming. I have no problem telling these men, go out and find some woman from another country or find from another race. Do whatever you got to do. It's not because you don't like the black women. They don't like you. And they prove it every single day. Do you see any of them say, no, you have to understand. It's not you. It's the poor choices of men that we pick. The ones that we know that we pick over you. No, they don't. They keep their mouth shut. They keep their mouth shut and tell you that you're the Pookies and Ray Rays they date, but you're the ones that they won't date. We all know that they won't date you, but they'll use you as an example because they can't take responsibility for choosing the bad apples, as they would say. Oh, well. Well, that's enough for today. Hope everyone had a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And as always, the man cave is always open. Have a good one.